there's good women out there, but then maybe they like, because they're so naive, they go for like guys, you know, the bad boy or whatever. They go for these guys, and then that's maybe their first love, and then this guy ruins their whole perception of love, and then now they turn into this whole like, okay, you know what, I don't need men. Like I feel like there's always a source of there's a reason why like a lot of these women, like, you know what, like instead of going out to heal and like, you know, spending time to yourself, some of these women turn into like something completely different to what they weren't. But at the same time, it's because of a man ruined it for them.
Yeah, they turn into gold diggers. Yeah. That's the pipeline. That's literally the progression. Yeah? Like I'll say it again. I'll just make it even clearer. Let's say the girl, she's a 7.5, yeah, out of 10 looks wise, yeah, and she's got a good heart.
Yeah,
she's got a good heart. She's decent. She's not a gold digger. She's not too like, you know, too superficial. I mean, she'll be superficial, but not too much. Yeah. Then obviously she's gonna be influenced by media, internet, her friends, whatever's popular at the time. Yeah. So certain types of guys are gonna be deemed to be more attractive to her, which tend to be bad boys, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So she's gonna get with a guy because she's a 7.5. She's good looking.
Yeah.
Guys are gonna be throwing willy at her. She's gonna pick the best one of the bunch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the one that's got the most game. Yeah. Who will tend to be a bad boy. The bad boy breaks her heart, treats her like rubbish, sleeps with one of her friends, does all kinds of mad things. Yeah. Then obviously, and she'll probably stay with him for a long time as well.
Okay, well, that's where the problem is as well.
Yeah.
She does not need to. Once she realizes that, okay, that's the thing with like, okay, it's hard because I feel like if this woman stays with him for a long time, is either she's just so emotionally attached that she just can't leave, or she just doesn't have. She's just not like. She doesn't have like self-respect or high
It's not
self-esteem.
because of that. Listen, it's because, like as we said in the beginning, she's actually a nice person at the beginning. She's a positive, optimistic. She's, you know, she's
but
not bitter
positivity
yet.
and like being optimistic is not enough. You need to have self-respect. You need to have a high self-esteem. That's one thing that's not gonna let you go for a bad boy.
But this is the thing. The guy's got game. The guy knows what he's doing.
But it's not about the guy's game. It's not about the guy's game.
It is about their game, because like there's gonna be nice guys that are gonna try and talk to her that are not gonna have game, and they're gonna make mistakes and put her off and give her the ick.
Yeah, but it's not
some guys that know how to avoid giving the ick, you know.
But it could, like, there's women out there, there's bad bees out there that go and like they fall in love with nerds, like and it doesn't have to be a thing of game. Like
there's baddies that fall in love with nerds.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Give me an example.
Because bad bees. I'm not talking about the bad bees that are like all care about the aesthetic and like materialistic stuff and all that stuff. Like they may look like a bad bee from the outside, but inside, you know, they've got degrees. They like value themselves. They surround themselves.
Those women are not getting with geeks. That's not real. That's not true.
That is real.
No, fam.
That is real.
That's not true. That's not true. And the only if these, and I'm talking about, you saying baddies, so I'm talking about girls that are 7.5, 8 plus. Yeah.
Okay.
And you're talking about, yeah, they're educated and they just been academic their whole life. Do you think they're not going for bad boys as well? Do you think they're not going for the good looking 6'5" guys as well?
I think, you know what, they do, but as long as it doesn't let them like. But I don't feel like if you're smart, like why would you? That's not something you can have in the long. That's not like a long term. Like a bad boy is not someone you go to for a long term like relationship.
You don't need to tell me that. Tell them that. You go and tell the typical 23-year-old good-looking woman. You tell her that, bruv. What do you think she's gonna say back to you?
It depends on her, to be honest. Like if she's smart enough and she understands, like, and she just has common sense, right?
they're influenced by social media. They're influenced by their other friends. They're influenced by whatever music and movies tell them is good looking and blah blah blah. Like they're influenced by TikTok.
Everyone is influenced by social media. Even you men are influenced.
Yeah, but the difference is, yeah, but this is the thing. This is the thing you're not catching on. Yeah, this is the thing that I've noticed. Women never seem to get this,
What is it?
understand this concept. Most men can't just go out and get the woman they want, fam. Most men cannot do that
Why?
because they're average.
And they're scared of rejection.
No, it's not. No, 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 no.
What's
Most
wrong?
men
Okay.
are average. Listen to me. Most men are average. I can ask all the women that are watching right now, would you
And
be
that's
happy
nothing.
to get with an average man?
Yes, because I know
Average height.
that.
Listen. Average height,
One.
average looks, average money, average willy, average popularity, social skills, average. Would the majority of women want to get with a guy like that? Bearing in mind the average height of a man is 5'9", that's just one factor I'm putting out there. Would you be happy with that?
I don't think like a lot of men are average on every single thing that you're talking about right now.
Do you
There
know
are
why
some.
people say average? Because average is the median. It's the
Okay.
most. It's the mode. Do you remember
Are
in
you
school
talking
when
about
they used to
average?
teach us mode, median?
Are you talking about average instead of in terms of like how they look physically, or just like
Average across everything. Everything.
I can't speak for other women, but like if it's average and
Would you like that?
would you? Okay. Me personally, average
It's a
in
yes or
everything.
no. It's a yes or no.
No, but would you like an average woman with everything? Like average. She doesn't like have. She's just average in everything, like you're saying. Would you like that?
But men are more, bro. Men don't
No.
require that much from women, though.
Okay, so would you like that
So
then? Is your answer yes?
so the answer is for me, if it was to get with an average woman, average height, average looks, average body type, I'd probably take her.
Yeah, but
If she listen, if she, as long as she actually respects me and treats me how I need to be treated, I would take her. I think most guys would take her.
okay, then if that's the case, then the
But
same
most
for me.
women wouldn't do that though. until they have to. That's the point, bro.
Okay.
When women are in their prime, yeah, they are not trying to get with average guy, bro. That's not no.
Do you think women in her prime should try to get with an average guy then?
No, I think a woman in her prime needs to make very sensible decisions and choices. That's
But
what.
if she like, but
Because
should
when
she
I tell
get?
guys, because listen, when I tell guys that for the majority of guys walking around, getting a woman that's like a 5 is probably the safest option. Like it is what it is, and most guys understand that. In fact, there's a lot of guys out there, yeah, that they are like high profile. They're pro athletes, entertainers, etc. And if you actually get to see who they're with, the woman looks kind of average, bro. If they're not, the woman is not what you would expect them to be. The woman looks kind of average. Now, why is it like that? Because these men understand that, like all these baddies, they're trash.
But would you say that?
And bro, a lot of them are trash, bro.
Would you say that all these men that are like getting with the average women that you're talking about, is that like would you say it's a downgrade? Is she really average? If this man is getting with a woman that's like average, is she really average? If he's giving her the peace of mind, like all these things that you're saying that you would like, is that really average then?
Or I don't understand what do you mean? No, I don't understand your question. Go on, say it again.
You said that like you told me earlier the things that you would like in a woman, and like you also said that you would also like if you had a woman that was averaging like all these things, like you would still be okay with it, or most men would still be okay with it. And then you said that like all these ballers and all that stuff, like they end up being with like an average woman. Is
Yeah.
she really average then? If he's giving her peace of mind, if he's doing all these things, like just because she doesn't look like the baddest,
Women are measured heavily on their looks, though.
right?
Women are
Okay,
predominantly measured by their looks first.
is
So,
that a good
so
thing though?
if this woman is not, if this woman is not the type of woman that she's gonna get a huge following on Instagram just based on her looks, then she's probably less than a baddie, innit? She's probably more on the average side.
But that doesn't. Okay, that's I get that, but that doesn't necessarily have to be a bad thing then.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying they're average.
Okay.
I say this all the time. Most guys, like, your best bet is to get with an average chick because she's gonna be more down to earth because life has forced her to be.